Yeah.
Kappa says, "Ah, lesbians. Girl love is so sweet. I love."
I need to remember to buy more cigars. No, bad Jill. Smoking is bad for your health.
Right, 90% of the promo images with Jill is her with the cigarette in her mouth.
The Glitch City air is already worse enough. You don't need to be poisoning your lungs with that garbage.
I think I've asked you this before, but have you ever tried smoking much at all? Or, anything like that? Smoking vaping, I
Yeah.
mean.
Yeah. I started back in March of 18. And then I dropped it pretty much about like a good couple of years ago. The last one I smoked, I want to say, was back in like December of 22.
Any particular reason why you picked it up and subsequently dropped it?
Stress. Just stress.
Stress to pick it up and stress
Yeah.
to drop it? That's interesting to think about.
It was more of like just kind of like an I guess it'd be like an impulse thing that I did. Just
Fair
trying to
enough.
find a way to cope with the stress and all that.
Okay.
But eventually, after I moved out and got myself
That
settled
might
into
have
a new
done a
place.
good bit on your psyche then. I
Hmm.
can see that. I tried a cigarette once, and I tried a vape once, and both times I was like, no, this sucks. I'm coughing and wheezing. Maybe my constitution just sucks, but this is not for me. So,
Hmm.
yeah, just not it at all. I also probably just did it wrong back then. The smoking, the vaping thing, I did fine enough. I know that for a fact, but I tried it once, and it was just once again like, nope, this sucks. I don't want to
Yeah.
secondhand smoke or smoke at all firsthand.
Hmm.
Kappa says, no wonder why Cruzy is such an angel with everyone she befriends. I mean, I don't think I befriend everybody now, but I try to be at least neutral. But there could just be retail worker me tuning in on that end.
Back. Did I miss something?
Unless you count the worst PPV main event fight I've seen all year, not really, no.
All right. Going out.
I'll have a word with Go-Go outside. He was so hyped for that Mats. He must be devastated.
Okay. Welcome to Valhalla. Oh, hi, Say.
Good evening, Jill.
How are you doing?
The nightmares have stopped, so I'm sleeping better.
How about your injuries?
My bones are healing nicely. My wound's finally closed. The scars itch a bit, though.
Well, that's good to hear. Are you by yourself today?
Yeah, I'm running a couple of errands by myself today. But I wanted to come here for a while.
I also noticed a big guy from last time is outside.
Buster? Stella doesn't want me to be alone while I'm still healing, so she suggested taking him with me.
Ah, I see. What can I get you?
Something cold.
Sure. Something cold for Say.
Kappa says that's why I said those you befriend. I try to just be nice to people. But, not every person always go into, flourish, and especially with my time in VTubing. Sometimes people need other people to match their freak, and I am saying this unironically, but to quote Franny, I am too neurodivergent and normal. And no, I'm too neurotypical. My bad. Wrong word. But I'm accused of being too normal. I can't match people's freak, and that is actually such a turn off on friendships sometimes on the internet. Because some people are wild and out there. I'ma just say this straight up.
Absolutely. They are they're kind of crazy. God, I can't remember a drink that Say likes that's on the rocks.
I mean, we've given him blue fairies, but that's sweet. I don't know if that's on the rocks.
Blue Fairy's not on the rocks now.
There you go.
It's just aged.
Oh, what do you remember much about Say's ordering then?
I'm gonna be honest, not a lot. It's been a minute.
She likes sweet. She's not the heaviest drinker.
A bit on the lightweight side, yeah.
Well, I wouldn't say lightweight. Well, actually, no, yeah, she did pass it once, but she was also still pretty heavily in the meds.
Mm-hmm.
But she prefers not to have too much herself. Kappa says,
Yeah.
yeah, that's always a factor, I get that, but I like how calm you are most of the time. I feel like it's because of both my acting, with me being able to keep a lid on things, on my own emotional regulation state. Of course, I'll exaggerate myself when I'm going out. Also, working retail for my entire life, basically. Sans like 1 year of a gap between jobs, I've worked retail all my life. You have to have a lid, otherwise sometimes it's the difference between breaking company policy or you feel like you're going to get beat up by the customer with no remorse. I'm saying that smiling, but holy crap, customers are wild as well.
I think you'll like this one.
Really? So sweet of you. Thanks.
So, Stella isn't with you today?
She's throwing a mega Christmas party tomorrow and is having a meeting today. I'm just helping her by checking on some of the things she ordered.
And here I was, all ready to invite you to the party we're throwing tomorrow.
You're throwing a party too? Sorry about that. Can't really say no to Stella. Maybe next time.
If there is a next time at all. Don't worry about it. It's not a big deal.
I want you to know that I want you to have a good time. Have fun. Drink a couple of beers in my honor.
I will then. What are Stella's Christmas parties like?
They're really big. There's lots of food and drinks and music. Sometimes there's too much food, though. So at the end of the party, she lets the staff take home whatever's left. She also buys toys for all the children of her staff members.
Really?
She says something about taxes or whatever, but during the whole thing, she just shines. She carries a beaming smile that I don't see any other day of the year. Many of the kids have even started calling her Auntie Ella.
Oh, that's adorable.
Stella always does her best to put up a tough girl facade, but she's very much in touch with her inner child. Christmas, Easter, Halloween, name a party and she'll most likely celebrate it big.
Interesting.
Do you like parties, Joe?
I don't mind them. They're a good place to see people. I'm not one to actively look for parties to attend, though. I just don't mind going to them.
Ah, I see. I only go to parties that Stella is attending, because otherwise, I'd just stand there without anything to say. That, and I'm not one to wear dresses, you know?
You're not?
I'm a tad too ripped. They don't look cute on me.
That has never stopped women before.
We don't know how progressive the agenda is in which city for people to just say yes.
I mean, I'm just saying, if I saw Say in a dress, I would not mind.
Okay then. Meanwhile, Kappa says, I don't always have friends that are outwardly active with me, so that makes me appreciate you more. Anyone can look cute in a dress. I mean, as long as your confidence shines in it, and you know, people can have their reservations. I feel like I can pull off outfits better than certain other ones or so. But that's why we need friends to gas each other up and to welcome each other and say, hey, An, you look cute in a skirt, so let me buy you one. This is how I can eat back already to the beginning of stream.
My god.
If we do get to move in together, would you humor me?
What? I mean, I guess.
We got consent, boys. I in a skirt. Let's go.
I'm wearing jeans underneath it.
Although, with all the healing I have to do, I won't be as fit for a while. breezy, too? I feel like I'm wearing nothing. I was just saying this, eh? Not dresses, but skirts. But I bet you look good in a dress, Jill.
It's been years since I last wore one. I wouldn't know. Last time I wore one, I remember worrying my arms were too thin or something like that.
We all have a complex, huh? I mean, even Stella has her own.
That's hard to imagine.
Oh, but she does have one. She distresses a lot about her bust size.
Really? She's not that small. I think I'm smaller than her, in fact.
Actually, it's the opposite. The opposite kind of complex, I mean. She's a bit self-conscious about having a big chest.
Really? Again, I've seen bigger chests than hers, to be honest. Although I guess comparisons are useless here. They rarely help with complexes.
Well, she does go the extra mile to hide it. In fact, I have no idea how she does it. I mean, I've seen her before and she tucks them away, but I guess I never cared enough to ask the specifics.
She's got that VTuber toggle that allows her to change her breast size on a whim.
Oh my god, that's where your mind's going? Okay, Chief. Appa says, I mean, first time I saw you, you were a really beautiful maid. I mean, I was just being Satya and myself right then and there. But once again, AWA points are in the air, Kappa, so maybe I'll get to see you again. And that's how when she goes out, she stylizes her hair in those,
Drills?
they look a bit drilly, don't they? She stylizes her hair like that to help divert attention away from her chest.
I mean, it works wonders.
iCam
She
for
seems
Ein
fluent enough.
Post
Why not?
Doing an iCam for the Valhalla playthrough?
No.
Just Alma pops up on screen. Hello, sir!
Hello, madam. She seems fluent enough. Why not go through a reduction surgery?
Because she always kind of likes having them that size.
Alright, look, you can't just have your cake and eat it, too. Like, Stella, you hate your breast size, you like it, it's which one is it?
I mean, both?
It's kind of... Oh no, you know what this reminds me of?
Huh?
It's like the artist discourse where it's like, man,
Oh,
that
the
person
two cakes?
has a much better cake than mine. Holy shit, 2 cakes! Instead, it's just Stella's breasts.
Scroll dialogue, please. She takes her bust size after her mom, and Miss Carmine is quite proud of her chest. Ein, you good? Puffing out your chest is a sign of confidence, and a bigger chest means more confidence to show.
Oh, I did not mean to push that.
And she says something along those lines a lot. Stella has quite the admiration for her mom, so I guess breast reduction would feel like betraying her.
Huh.
I'm making it sound like she's hiding J-cups or something like that. I guess in a taller, thicker person, her size would be normal. She's just a bit shorter, thinner than the norm. Do you get self-conscious about your bust size, Jill?
Not really. I've been more self-conscious about my height. Please tell me Jill is not like a short. Although it usually comes up whenever not being average height hinders me somehow.
I mean, this sounds like more
What
of a
about
my
you?
kind of topic, considering how we are almost like. Remember, Pointy and I were a foot apart from each other, and we are. What's your height again, 9?
6'2".
Okay, yeah, no, we also are a foot apart each other. Man, Both Dark... If I had a nickel for every time a Dark Elf was a foot taller than me, I'd have 2 nickels.
Percy would have 2 nickels, which isn't a lot, but it's a strange coincidence. It's happened twice.
Man, this sucks. Yes and no. It's not my bust size, but rather that I look too manly sometimes.
People would pay to have that, honestly.
And I can't help but wonder if bigger boobs would help with that.
You're fine. Don't worry.
Thank you.
Can I get you anything else?
Do you have something non-alcoholic?
I do. Give me a second. Something non-alcoholic for say.
I was about to say, so like, the biggest thing too is of course like the pixel sprite work in Valhalla is amazing. And say, you know, when she's not in uniform in her current state, you're seeing how freaking ripped she is, just a normal dude.
Yep. I'm good at this.
I was just drinking my drink, and I just hear the reset noise, and I almost just wanted to spit it out on instinct. Ein! How are you both? Let me just make a friends weaver off of memory, and then also biggest failure. How do I make fairy?
How do I make blue fairy? Here.
Thanks.
You're not one to drink that much alcohol, are you?
It makes me feel sleepy, or at the very least, makes my legs go numb. It's an annoying feeling, to be honest. It makes me wonder what's so good about getting drunk.
Not a lot, honestly.
I mean, I'm not above it, but it's not exactly a pleasant feeling. I feel like I enjoy being on the rocks, but then anything past that, especially after my last blackout back in July, is negative territory for me. Being able to remove a little bit of that inhibition is wonderful, I feel, but anything past that to where I can't remember more than 50% of what's going on, that's when it's negative for me. So,
yeah,
on the rocks is good. Nothing more. You feel like you're sleepy even when you're not. Your legs go numb, everything starts sounding funnier than it really is. What's so good about not being able to control yourself? Oh, it's a lot, unfortunately.
That's a good question, actually. Usually people like feeling numb because that numbness helps them forget their problems. Even if we don't talk about alcohol, there's a portion of people that can't afford food, or who are suffering from some pain that only alleviates when drunk or high. It doesn't sound really logical on paper, but then again, humans are rarely, if ever, logical creatures. Despair and pain cloud your judgment and make you do stupid things sometimes.
Yeah, I've seen that firsthand. This world has an ugly side nobody deserves to be a part of.
There's also a matter of addiction, you know? You start just liking the drink, but then you need more of it, and before you know it, you're hooked.
Oh, yeah, that too. So tell me, what kind of party are you guys throwing?
Nothing fancy. It'll just be me, Boss, Gil, and a couple of regulars. They'll bring food, we'll chat for a while, and that's it.
Man, that sounds so good. At least better than the whole planning madness Stella is throwing right now. If you ever throw something like that again, you let me know, you hear?
Sure. Hey, say.
Yeah?
What do you plan on doing now?
I'm gonna go check one last errand before going home.
No, I mean, what do you plan on doing now, with the White Knights disbanded and all?
To be honest, I don't know. I never prepared a plan B because I figured, if you can go with a plan B, why not just make it the plan A? I'm not the brightest person, so I never graduated from college or even high school. I could go for a position with the police, but it wouldn't be as thrilling. And I'm tired of blatant corruption. Sick of it.
No.
But I'm alive.
Hmm?
I learned something after that Hell in Apollo chest. Life is not something that you can just throw away easily. Clawing my way out of that place made me realize just how much I want to be alive. The body count left in the bank was ridiculous. But I'm still here. I don't know what I'll do, but I'm alive. I'll figure it out sooner or later.
That's nice to know.
Well, I gotta go. Bye, Jill. Good luck with the party.
Please come again.